Hello, my name is Jennifer. Thank you so much for joining me today at Tiny Barn Farm. Today I'm going to be preparing the tomato garden. We've got 35 tomato plants to plant, and it's going to be in one of the corners of our garden. So we're going to be putting in 35 stakes, digging 35 holes. I might hold off on actually putting them in the ground today just because we're supposed to be getting 6 degrees tonight. I'm a little afraid that that might turn into frost. And for tomatoes that I've just put in the ground, may not be very happy with that temperature. They tend to prefer plus 10 and over. So we're gonna just hold off one more day and finally get them into the ground. They're pretty anxious to get out there. Sorry, my husband's doing a little construction over there. So yes, and I was also planning to put my peppers in the ground today, but I'm gonna hold off on those as well. One more day, so I'll be bringing them back into the house for the night. Tomorrow, we're supposed to be getting a pretty long 2-week period of nice warm weather, so that should be it for frost risk warnings and cool nights. So hopefully that's the case. Now that we're almost in mid-June, I'm really hoping that's the case. Here's our pepper plants that are really anxiously waiting to get into the garden. They've been doing so well. Look, they've already have peppers on them. I've just been holding off because of the frost we get in June. But we've already got more peppers than I ever got last year.
Miles, what?
Dig the holes. Got 15 holes dug so far, 20 to go because I want to have 35. I've got 35 plants and they all look like they're going to survive. This is kind of what I'm doing here. The holes are about a foot deep. The reason I do that is because I want to put half the plant in the ground. So I'll show you that when I'm planting them. And these are the tools I'm using. So first I dig the hole with a pointed spade, because we have square head ones, but they don't seem to, and the pointed one is just a lot more efficient. And then I got this handy dandy really long spade. I don't know what these are called, but my garden tools, I purchased them at yard sales or garage sales from people. So I think I paid about $4 for each one of those. And if one breaks, then I'll just go searching for another one. I tend to try to keep 2 on hand at a time. I just don't buy them new because I don't take very good care of my tools. And the nice thing about buying them used is generally they're older tools, so they were just better made. So they tend to be a lot more heavy duty and they last a lot longer. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with these. I've had them for several years now. Actually, I think that this long shovel I just got last year. So yeah, it's really handy for digging these nice deep holes for the tomatoes. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be sticking them in the ground and I'll go through that process with you and exactly what I do. I tend to get my watering cans handy because I fill each hole with water before I put the tomatoes in, but I'll go through that process when we're plunking them in the ground, which is a really exciting time. The tomatoes are the one vegetable plant we work the hardest at. So yeah, we're really excited to get them started and then get them fastened to these stakes so they're not flopping over all over the place, because a lot of them are quite tall already. And my tomatoes desperately wanting to go outside. They're like pressed up against the window. Soon, tomatoes. So yeah, we'll be getting those in tomorrow after the cold snap that we're gonna have tonight. Just in case, I like to be safe. I think I'm totally scarred from last year's tomato loss, so it'll be nice to just be safe. Sorry, my husband's doing some construction over there. We're putting the siding on the barn. So that'll be another video because we've got an interesting story behind that. We're putting old antique siding on our barn that we acquired from a neighbor. It's over 100 years old. It used to be on a cow shed, and it's going to be used as siding on our barn, which is, we just really like things to kind of look old and authentic around here to blend in with the agricultural area. This old tin has got to be at least 100 years old, and it's just so cool. So yeah, we're going to use that as siding instead. Pretty cool. We're pretty excited about this. So yeah, that's kind of what we're hoping to establish, that look and feel of our barn that we're building. Anyway, that's for another day. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll be getting those tomatoes in the ground, which is really exciting. And I'll show you the process. I'll go through it step by step with you in case you're thinking about one day or this year planting some tomatoes. There's some tips and tricks that I use that we've had really great success with them in the past. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll share that with you tomorrow. It looks like we're gonna get some cold temperatures in a couple of days. So we're gonna hold off on the tomato planting for now. Instead, I'm gonna plant some flowers. What a beautiful evening. We've got barn swallows just circling the garden right now. They do this every evening. It's so interesting. They're actually nesting in the barn. But yeah, they love it here. Just partying like little kites. I'm going to be planting flowers today, a bird and butterfly mix. This is what they look like. They're kind of like strange little seeds. There's a whole variety of them. But yeah, I'm just going to be basically broadcasting them into this garden that I just raked out. There's 4 sections. I just put some paths in between so I could access the flowers if I ever want to cut some flowers. But yeah, so I'm just gonna toss these on, rake them out, and hopefully we get some flowers this year.